All right, so this morning, today is Thursday, September 30th, 2021. Okay, I think the last day of the month of September 2021. And we don't have much news today, but at 1 p.m., I want you to keep eye on this. Keep eye on any CPI figures you're seeing. Okay, CPI, German prelim CPI, French prelim CPI. Just keep eye on all the CPI you're seeing. They may affect euro a little bit. And all this unemployment rate for euro at 10 a.m., they may also affect euro a little bit. You know, if the figures are dropping, that means economy is good and euro will be strengthening. But if the figures are rising, that means economy is bad and euro will be weakened. So unemployment rate is also very important. And the CPI, Consumer Price Index, and if these are inflation figures, they're also very important. So keep an eye on them, okay, at the set time. So any increase in those CPI, some of them have occurred already, but this one is still to 10 a.m. Any increase in CPI may lead to increase, may strengthen the euro, while decrease in CPI will weaken the euro. Okay, the final GDP is also here for USD at 1:30 p.m. So check this out. If the GDP is higher than the previous, it might strengthen the euro. If it's lower than the previous, it will weaken the euro. I mean, when I say previous, that is previous and forecast. Okay, then unemployment claim for USD. Check this out also. Keep an eye on this. If unemployment claim is increasing, that is bad for the economy and it will be bad for the currency. But if unemployment claim is decreasing, then it will be good for the currency and good for the economy. Chicago PMI is also another one. Purchasing Manager Index. This is very important. As I've always said, purchasing manager will not purchase for more services and products and services if the economy is not doing well. But if you see purchasing manager purchasing and the figures here are increasing better than the forecast, then the managers are seeing something very good in the economy. And with that, traders will know, okay, this will strengthen the currency. But if the figures drop, then that will weaken the currency. Okay, then Fed Chair Powell will testify at about 3 p.m. Nigerian time. This testimony is very important also, but we should keep an eye on what they are going to say. We should listen to what they're going to say first. Are they going to talk about interest rates, increasing interest rates, raising interest rates, adjusting monetary policy upward or adjusting it downward? Any positive comment about interest rate, about the economy will strengthen the currency. They may not even increase it, but they just make a positive comment, a testimony of the good impact on the economy. Then you are going to see dollar will be strengthened. And over some time now, you can see dollar is like strengthened, which is also good for the dollar. Okay, and FOMC member will speak, William will speak at that 3 p.m. too. Then it's all what they are going to say. If it is negative, it will weaken the dollar. If it is positive, it will strengthen the dollar. Okay, and all these are here today by 4 and 5:30. There are a lot of speaking that will occur, and all this will cause a little fluctuation in the market. So watch out and watch what you're doing. It's okay. So let's go straight to our technicals and see what we have for today. In our technicals, we're starting with Euro USD. Buyers for Euro USD today is bearish. Bearish buyers for Euro USD. Bearish buyers for Euro USD. Resistance at, it's a support now, turn resistance, 1.1606. Before that, we have a resistance at 1.1667. But now that support, which is at 1.1606, has turned resistance, which is now resistance 1.1606. Then, if price remain below that resistance, if price remain below the resistance at 1.1606, if price remain, you can say that prices are that resistance now. As you're speaking, prices are the resistance. So if price remain below the resistance, then we might see a move downward. Okay, please, you can hear my word. I'm using the word may. We may see a move downward to 1.1515. Can you see 1.1515? So if price turns from that place it is now, it may go down to 1.1515. But a close above 1.16 a close of a candle, like on 4-hour time frame, on 1-hour time frame, but I always prefer 4-hour time frame. Above that 1.1606, a close above it will lead us back to 1.1667. A close above it will lead us back to 1.1667. Okay, bias is bearish. Bias is bearish for Euro USD. Okay, we don't have a place to put our trend line. Okay, for now. Okay, let me see. It's like I'm seeing something. I'm sorry for this. It's like I'm seeing something. Let's just give it a try and see how it's going to look like. Okay, so there's still capacity to fall more. There's still capacity to fall more towards the trend line. Okay, it still has capacity to fall more towards the trend line. So it's possible price may hit the trend line at this point. So that's it. So it has that capacity to fall more. And if you look at it very well, this is forming a kind of something for us against next week. Okay, I love this channel that is forming against next week. So you can see this against next week. Today is Thursday already. Okay. All right. So that is Euro USD. So it closed above 1.1606 may lead us to 1.1667 upward. But if it turns, now that it's at the resistance, if it turns from that resistance, then price may move down towards the trend line and possibly towards 1.1515. Bias is bearish. All right, so leaving that, we move straight to GBPUSD. GBPUSD also did very well yesterday, of which I know many of you will have made some good money from the market yesterday. Okay, and that will be very interesting. Okay, when we analyzed GBP yesterday, it was at this point, and we said if it breaks this support, it will move down. It broke the support, it moved down more, down to this point where it is now. Okay, so those of you that you have followed that, congratulations to you, you will have made some money. All right, so now we see what candles are doing around this point. This was a support at 1.3450. 1.3450 was the support, but now turns resistance because price is below it. So it's now a resistance. So we can see the reaction of price at that resistance now. So this, if a bearish reversal candlestick is formed there, that will lead price towards 1.3395, 1.3395. So I'm expecting price to still go down towards 1.3395. Okay, bias is bearish for GBP USD, but if anyway it breaks 1.3395, then we might likely go down towards 1.3300, 1.3300. But if it bounces off this if it closes above 1.3450, if price closes above 1.3450, then it may lead us back to 1.3520. Will lead us up to 1.3520. So watch out for that. So it's possible price may close above 1.3450 and thereby leading us straight ahead to 1.3520. Okay, bias is bearish. So if price remain below this and a bearish reversal candlestick is formed at this point, that may lead us straight ahead to 1.3395, and a break of 1.3395 will go to 1.3300. Bias is bearish. All right, so that is GBP USD. Let's go to AUDUSD this morning. AUDUSD is not doing bad also. We've seen AUDUSD. Yesterday, we said AUDUSD have been in a range. It has been ranging. It has been ranging for some time now. But finally, yesterday, AUDUSD was able to break out of that range. It was able to break out of the range. And here we are now looking at what AUDUSD is going to do today, what AUDUSD is going to do today. So right now, AUDUSD is pulling towards the resistance at 0.7220 level. That's the resistance, 0.7220 level. So if there's a reversal from 0.7220, it may lead us back downward to this trend line, which we are seeing. So let me go to 4-hour time frame so we can see this more clearly. So if there's a reversal from yesterday, we saw this pattern and we were able to draw it. I was expecting it to touch it, but it didn't touch it before it reverses, which is okay. But it closed below this support. Should have triggered your sell. It closed below 0.7220. That should have triggered your sell yesterday, and you could have made some money from it. So now that still continues, because if this pullback, this is called pullback. If this pullback it gets to 0.7220 and there's a reversal from this level, if there's a reversal from that level back downward, then we might likely be going down towards our next support at 0.7120. That's a support, 0.7120. But this trend line that I drew from daily time frame is here. I drew that trend line from daily time frame. It's a very long trend line, so it might resist support price. Price may hit on it and bounce off it. So watch out for this. So it might hit this guy, and from here form a reversal candlestick pattern, which will go down towards our next support at 0.7120. But a close above 0.7220 cancel the downward scenario, and that may lead us up towards 0.7315. Bias is bearish for AUDUSD. Now let's leave AUDUSD and let's go to NZDUSD. Ever since NZDUSD broke out of this trend line, it has been dropping, which is very good. It has been dropping, and I know a lot of traders will have taken advantage of this, okay? But the drop has not ended in my own view. It hasn't ended in my own view, because I am seeing price struggling with this support turn resistance now. That's 0.6879, 0.6880, so to say, 0.6880. So if a candle closes above 0.6880, that may lead us up to 0.6930. That would be a reversal of this drop. That means this drop is now reversing, a kind of breathing up before a continuation. All right, because already you can see we have 1, 2, now 3. This is the longest, so we might likely be seeing 4 before 5. Those of you that understand Elliott wave theory, okay, it's what I've just applied there. All right, so now if this candle closes above 0.6880, that may lead us to 0.6930. And if you see any close above this, it is better you put in your Fibonacci retracement tool. Just put in your Fibonacci retracement tool to check how far this is going to go. So if you put in your Fibonacci retracement tool, this is a shallow level, this is a little reversal level, expected reversal level. So it might likely get to this point, or probably 50% reversal retracement. So that is very, very possible. So where it is now, if that candle closes above 0.6880, that's opportunity to put in for a buy with a tight stop loss. Please don't trade without a stop loss. If anybody is teaching you and telling you that you should place trade without a stop loss, the person is telling you open all your capital to the market, which might go away, which might be wiped away. So be careful. Always use a calculated risk. And how do we calculate our risks in FX market? Is putting in our stop loss at the right place. Okay, if your risk is, you can calculate your risk. Whatever you're doing and you can calculate your risks, trust me, that is safe, because everything we do in life, there's some level of risk. It's only when you cannot calculate your risks. In Forex, we can calculate our risks and know exactly the risks we are taking, and that makes it very good and very professional. But if you are not able to calculate your risks by not putting stop loss in your trade, then you are doing yourself more harm than good. All right, so if this candle successfully close above this 6880, that may take us up to 6930. But if it closes below it and form a reversal candlestick from that level, okay, that may lead us downward to 6820. 6820 will be the target. If this candle closes below 6880 and form a bearish candle or a reversal candlestick, then that will lead us to 6820. But if the candle closes above it, that will lead us to 6930 level. Bias is bearish though for NZDUSD. USD CAD yesterday was very bullish, and we said it was neutral, but was able to close above our resistance, which led to the next target, and the target was hit. Okay, that's good. For today, the bias remain bullish. Okay, the bias for today remain bullish for USD CAD. The bias remain bullish for USD CAD. So I want to do something now. I'm just on 1 hour time frame. See what I'm going to do. I just observed it now. Okay, see what I'm going to do. All right, I believe you can see that. Okay, so with this is telling you we are likely going to see some level of reversal for USD CAD, which is taking place already. Some level of reversal for USD CAD, which is taking place already. So if I go back to my 4 hour time frame, we have something like this. So if this candle closes below the support at 1.2710, the support is at 1.2710, and the resistance is at 1.2760. So if this candle closes below this support at 1.2710, that will lead us down to 1.2635. That may lead us down to 1.2635. But if it bounces off the support, that is taking us back to 1.2760. Bias is bullish. So watch out for this move today. Then gold, finally gold. Gold broke out of this. Okay, yesterday, it already broken out since the first day, but moved up and touched it before coming down. Okay, so if you are a lover of gold and a trader of gold, yesterday should have been a very good one for you also. Okay, should have been a very good one for you, especially when I know some of you would have, when this thing closes above, you would have bought, which is not a bad idea, but immediately it closes below like this, you should have, if it doesn't trigger your stop loss, you should have closed this, the buy trade and enter the sell. That is smartness. That is smartness. If it's buying and it reverses again, this is forced to break out. Okay, so if you see something like this, change direction instantly also. Don't be rigid. The market is flexible. You too, you must be flexible. The market is dynamic. You too, you must be smart. Okay, so once it reverses and you say, this is a reversal candlestick, the next thing is to close the buy, because we're in the wrong direction now, and place a sell. If you have done that, boom, what you've lost here, you'll have made everything back and make more profit. That's smartness. And make more profit yesterday. That's smartness. Being smart, that's the secret of life. All right, so today is not doing bad too. It's not looking bad. So this candle moving up, forming up now, might get to this region, that place where we have the trend line, and I get to the region where we have the trend line and this resistance now. I get to this region, the hit on it, okay, and then reverse downward. I'm expecting that kind of move. Okay, the resistance is at 1737. That's our resistance this morning, 1737. So it closed below, that's a bounce of 1737 and form a reversal candle will lead us to 1717. Will lead us to 1717. And if 1717 is broken, it's going to lead us to 1707. It will lead us to 1707 for gold. So bias is bearish. But at the same time, you should understand that this is FX market. Price may close above this guy again. If price closes above the resistance and that trend line, that may lead us towards the next resistance at 1760, and probably we hit this trend line again, and then from here you can see another reversal. It's very possible because we've seen a reversal at this point, a reaction there, another one here, another one here. So the fourth one may come up here if this candle closes inside this guy. But if it bounces off this guy, then we'll come down to 1717. All right, bias is bearish for gold. Thank you very much. This is our analysis this morning. Any of your questions, I am here to answer your questions.